All right, so today we are working on a 2020 Kia Telluride white. It got hit on the passenger side rear door, and we were taking the door off and changing the skin. Let's get to it. So I already got the other door off and I didn't record it, so I'm just gonna walk you guys through how to take the rear doors off of a 2020 Kia Telluride and then the door panels. So to get the doors, obviously you're just gonna pull these two bolts, this little connection right here, that tab goes up, and then this wiring harness slides straight out like that. And then just get that little 10 millimeter, I believe these are 12 millimeter right here, and then the door falls right off. Pretty simple. So we're changing the door skin on this car, so I had to pull the door panel off. That was not as hard as what you think it would be, not like the old vehicles, so I'll show you how to do that. So this is the door panel off the door that I did pull. I'll show you guys how to do it on the other side. But as you can see, there's literally just plastic clips all the way around, okay? All the way around the circumference of the door panel, and there's one screw holding this thing onto that inner door panel. So that screw is right in here. You see, these little pockets collect a lot of crap anyway, but there's this little rubber pad in here. You got to pull that rubber pad off, and then there's a Phillips screw that sits right in the center. Getting the rubber pad out is pretty simple. You just get a little flat screwdriver, a little needle or something, lift up on this one corner, and it literally just falls right out. As you can see, there's like no pins or anything that holds it in place. These just kind of set in just to hold it straight, but that's how you get that out. And then there's just a Phillips screw on the inside. Okay, now it's important to note when you're doing stuff like this, you don't want to break those plastic clips, because in this case, I don't have a replacement door panel on the inside. I'm just replacing the door skin on the outside. So as I'm popping these plastic clips off that door panel, don't break them. You got to go very easily. So once you get your little rubber pad out of there and you pull out that little Phillips screw, all you got to do is come down here to the bottom of the panel. Like I said, I already did that on the other one, so I'm not going to do it on this one. But you see this little indent right here? You're going to take like a push pin puller or a flat screwdriver. You're going to stick it in there and you're going to pull out. And that's going to get these bottom push pins out of the way. And then once you get that started, you can just get your fingers under there and just pop this whole side right here. I had thought that there has been a screw underneath here, but that is not the case. You do not have to pull that, okay? So you're just going to get the push pins off the bottom and then just work very easily all the way up. And the same on this side. Okay, so once you got the rest of it loose, you're going to take that same little flat screwdriver, you're going to fish it in there, and you're going to pop this little triangle panel straight out. So once you have that little triangle corner trim out of there, all you got to do is just go from the window side, and you're just going to pick the panel straight up. So if you still have the door mounted on the car, you're just going to grab the panel, and you're going to go straight up like that. Now to take the panel completely off, there is two connections in there that you have to disconnect. This is the back side of that panel. That one connection is right here. Okay, it's just a little white tab. It's gonna squeeze and pull straight out. Don't break that white tab because you want it to be able to snap back in there when you put the panel back on the door. The only other thing you have to worry about is this little mechanism right here. This runs your cables that are attached to your door handle. To get that apart, there's just one little tab that you push in and pull that whole cover straight off. I'll show you the other side. So this is that little cover with your two cables that run the door handles. That is that little plastic tab you just push in, and then this whole thing just lifts straight off. Now, if you're just gonna do something with like the speakers, if you wanna change the speakers out, luckily for you, that's as far as you have to go. In this case, we're not replacing speakers, so I had to go further than that. The next step to pull the door panel off to replace the skin is this like little inner door panel, I guess what you could call it. That's what your speakers are mounted to, all your wiring harness and all that stuff. Your track for the window, all that stuff has to come out. That's bolted down with this 10 millimeter bolts, the whole circumference of that inner panel. Once you get that lifted off, then you just got to slide it all out. But your door handle on the inside and your latch right here is connected to that piece right here, as you can see. So that all comes out in one assembly. It's hard to believe that these panels are only held on by like one screw and just plastic snap clips all the way around. Remember, like back in the day, working on any older vehicle, it's not the case. Usually you got like screws around the whole circumference, at least on the bottom side of your panels. But On these newer vehicles, it's just so much more time efficient, really, to get these panels off. It doesn't take that much time. If you guys want to see more content like that, just give the channel a subscribe. Make sure you like this video and share with all your friends. I got some more work to do though, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.